Am I live on there as well? Yes, I am. All right, guys, doing a bit of a mic check. Can everyone hear me? I've got Insta over here, TikTok, YouTube over here. If you guys can hear me, let me know. I just want to make sure that everything's working before I start. Anybody, can you just let me know, doing a mic check, if you can actually hear me nice and clear. Nothing, no one's saying anything yet. Guys, welcome. We've got Chris Wynn, E-Man, King Shaw, Chris McCurry. We got, who else we got here? Nick. Oh, he's joined as well. Hello, Nick. How you going, man? Grand Ridge. We've got Nicola. Nicola's back from last week. How are you, man? I can hear. Thank you, E-Man. So he can hear. All right. So everyone here can actually hear me properly. What's going on there? All right. So, all right. I'll make a start, man. So welcome, Chris. How you going, man? Thanks for the wave. I'll make a start. Welcome. This is the Eagle One, doing another live here on Earthworks Hub. For anyone that hasn't joined us in the past, basically this is just a weekly catch-up. Apart from the podcast that I do, we do a weekly live, and then that way I can actually talk to people live. Yeah, Nicola, how are you? How you doing, man? Very good. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm doing good too. Yeah, so basically, I just want to do a quick catch-up. So this week I released, or last week I should say, I released Earthworks Hub, the website, the business directory. I can tell you, thank you very much to everyone that's been listing. It's actually kicked off really, really well. There's been a lot of listings already in there. Majority of the listings seem to be Victoria though. So don't forget, guys, you don't have to be just in Victoria. It's Australia wide. So for anyone that doesn't know what Earthworks Hub website I'm talking about, it's a business directory. So you go to the website, if you need anything to do with earthworks, you will find it there. So if you're on a site and you say, I need a tip truck, you go to Earthworks Hub, type in Victoria or type in New South Wales, click on truck, tandem truck, and then it should give you whoever's got a truck in there. But it's only for the guys that have listed. So if you want to be on that search engine or that search function, you got to make sure that your business is listed on there. So if you've got a tandem, if you've got an excavator, if you've got a formwork business, if you're concreters, is that right, Nick? If you're concreters, if you've got graders, or if you're a civil works company or something, go to Earthworks Hub, list your business on there. There's different options for listing, and then you're able to get contacted by other people. So it's not just to advertise to the general public, it's also a business-to-business directory. So it's mainly for guys like us that have got businesses and need something or need someone, and we can quickly search it up and say, all right, let's call this guy. So if I say, man, I need to find a tip site to get rid of all this topsoil, or I need to get a tip site to get rid of all this clean fuel, where can I go? Go to Earthworks Hub, do a search, type in tip site or waste removal or recycling center. Where can I take these rocks? Put in rock recyclers, and then you get a list of all the local ones, and you'll be able to just go straight to the tip, and it'll tell you whether it's open or closed, what they accept or they don't accept. So it's going to be big. Once it gets filled up, it's going to be big. You'll be able to use that as a reliable central source for everything. So yeah, make sure that if you've got a business, now's the time. Go straight to Earthworks Hub, even while we're on here or afterwards, and list your business on there, because you want everyone to be able to find you. But yeah, there's been a lot of listings. I've been getting heaps of feedback. All the people that are giving me positive feedback. Heaps of people are texting, this is really awesome, good idea, it's going to kick off, really, this will take off. So it's good to see that so many people are involved. But thanks for joining me, guys. We've got Zach on here, Nicola. It's going to be big, it's going to be better than Jimmy Starbucks Facebook page. Yeah, you never know, man. You never know. No, thanks for that. We've got T909 over here, Caddy, bro, guys, thanks for joining. What else have we got here? Yeah, we've got a whole range of people on today, so thanks for joining me. So as usual, I'll probably kick off with like a topic, and after that I'll leave it open. So you've got a chance here, done twice over. Thanks for joining. Yeah, you've got a chance here to ask any questions if you want to discuss any topics, if you've got ideas for the website. And on the Earthworks Hub website, don't forget, you've got links to all my podcasts, links to all my Earth Control, hello. You got links to all my YouTube videos. So yeah, if you guys want to find anything that is related to Earthworks Hub, go to the website and all the links are there. So yeah, like I was saying, yeah, you guys will be able to ask questions today. So feel free, as I'm talking, just type in the question or whatever, and we'll try and go through it. If I don't know the answer, someone on here will, and that's what usually happens. We usually all just help out. So it's a community thing, man. Yeah, and for the people that have listed, just while I'm on the same topic, Echuca Civil, how you going? Yeah, for all the people that have been listing on the Earthworks Hub website, let me know how that's going. Let me know if you're getting inquiries, if you're getting jobs out of it. So it's good. It'd be good to know who's calling and where they're calling from and stuff like that. So it'll improve the website. So let me know if you are getting inquiries, because that'll definitely help. Keep building on it. Pete, Hume Excavations, guys, welcome. We got Robot here, Uncle Jethro, they're gone. All right. So this week it's really hot today in Melbourne. I don't know about everywhere else, but Melbourne has been 40 degrees today. So we went to the beach. So I couldn't do it at 5 because we took a bit longer to get home. But I'm actually thinking about doing this more often at this sort of time, man. So what we'll do is we'll probably be changing between 5 and changing to 8 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock, something like that. So it'll be always between 5 and 8, just say, on a Sunday. Now, I was going to go into a topic, but somebody's asked a question here. So Echuca Civil Construction, he's asking, what are my thoughts on the current situation with work and the next few months? That is a very good question. I think someone brought that up last week as well. But we probably didn't cover it off as much as I'd like. But it's a strange environment at the moment. It's very, very quiet, very, very quiet. I'm looking at Facebook every day, Insta, and there's a lot of people advertising their machines available. So all the owner operators, there's a lot of guys out there advertising that their machines are available, and there's a lot of operators out there looking for work. Probably a lot more than I've noticed in the past. So hopefully everyone agrees with that. That's what I'm noticing. And like I said, for instance, all the plant hire agencies and that, I used to get multiple messages a day from them. I'm looking for machines. I hardly receive any. Like, I'm lucky to receive one every second day nowadays. So I agree, it's very, very slow at the moment. I suppose the biggest things are blocks aren't selling, people aren't building. The rates have gone through the roof. A lot of people aren't building, developers aren't releasing land. There's all these sort of things happening. Builders are all going under, everyone's reluctant to build. So that's making it a big slowdown in the whole industry, especially in residential. So I've noticed a lot of mates that have got scaffolding businesses and anything else to do with residential, they've all slowed down too. They're saying they've hardly got any work. And then that's obviously coming down to all of us with our machinery. So it has slowed down. I think interest rates, builders going bust, all that sort of stuff has affected the whole industry. Commercial seems to be still sort of going okay for now. And I think a lot of civil companies are just finishing off jobs that they've had, but I don't know if they're releasing or starting next stages, because I'm hearing a lot of civil companies are a bit reluctant to start the next stages, or developers are asking them to slow down a bit. So that's my overview. Is it going to improve, or when is it going to improve? That is a hard question to answer. If interest rates start coming down, as they're saying this year, so I deal with a lot of investors and developers and stuff, everyone is saying that interest rates are going to start coming down because employment levels are obviously starting to rise, unemployment levels I should say, starting to rise. Inflation is starting to come down, so they're saying that we need to really, well, the government really needs to start looking at reducing interest rates soon, because that needs to start boosting people's confidence to start building again, and then developers will start selling again, and that means we'll all start having more work. because it all goes in big circles. We're all part of that circle. Thanks for joining, Jeff, Roddy. Who else have we got here? Tanus. Yeah, Chuka Civil. Hopefully I've answered that question. If anyone else wants to add anything, but I think you are right. There are a lot of machines up for sale. But look, that also goes to, it comes down to as well your relationships with your customers, how versatile you are. So if you get tied up and only do one type of work, sometimes it can be a detriment, because then you're only doing one specific job. You've only got one big customer. And I've always found that I like to keep myself like spread amongst different customers. Now that it's just me, it's a bit hard, because yes, I do get stuck with a bigger customer and work for them mainly, but I still do wander off and do little projects here and there just to keep myself available for other people, and I don't have all my eggs in one basket. So that's how I battle it. I hope that's what you guys are doing too. I hope that can help. So try not to leave all your eggs in one basket. Try and work for multiple customers, and then pick your customers at the moment too, because as I was saying, a lot of builders and that are going under, and you don't want to get stuck, not getting paid. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question, the Chuka Civil. Let me know if you want me to say anything else, but yeah, in my opinion, it should start getting better, but it won't be for a while, because even if they do start dropping interest rates, it's going to take a while for everyone to build confidence and start building again, and for other guys. So it will take a little bit for people to, for the whole industry to catch up and work to start flowing in again. Sorry guys, I needed a scotch to just slow me down for the evening. Yeah, True Civil, yeah, thanks for joining. Oh, you've swapped. You've gone over to TikTok. Last week, I had some issues with Instagram. It kept slowing down. Is that still happening? It kept sort of failing. I don't know if that's still the problem. If it is, I might have to join a different Wi-Fi at home. Sometimes the Wi-Fi plays up. Oh, that's why you swapped. All right, so it is stuffing up. All right, let me see what Wi-Fi I'm on. Hang on, I've got to go to settings. Sorry guys, I'm going to go back out for a minute on Instagram. If I can find settings, let me just see what Wi-Fi I'm on. No, I'm on 5G. I don't know why it's happening. Sorry to everyone on Insta. It seems to be Wi-Fi playing up again. So if it's coming in and out, I apologize. I don't know what to do with that. Maybe it's that phone. I might even have to join. I might have to swap over to the other phone. I've got like 3 phones going here, 3 mics. I bought a Rodecaster Pro 2 so that I can connect all these devices to that one microphone. I cannot work it out. I'm not very tech savvy. It's been a pain in the ass, to be honest. All this technology kills me, man. So I'm struggling. I bought all the equipment, so all the gear, but no idea. If that makes sense. All the gear, no idea. I think you lost your audio content. Hang on, see, I've got people saying that over here. Can you still hear me over there, Nicola? Simon, Duffy, guys, thanks for joining. So yeah, Chuka Civil, hopefully that answered all your question. Well, hopefully you heard the whole thing, because I know it's been playing up on Insta over there. But yeah, hopefully I answered the question. If anyone else has anything else to add, feel free. Chuka Civil wrote, fully agree with you. So that's my opinion on what's happening with all the work at the moment. It's very quiet. Like I said, I'm hardly getting any text from Plant Hire. It's very, very slow. Thanks for all the likes as well, people. We can see some likes coming up through there. Thanks for joining. If you guys have any like suggestions that you want for my next few podcasts, if you want me to discuss a certain topic, let me know. I can tell you something that I have been working on in the background. So apart from building, so I'm doing a small development. I'm working on my I suppose you can call it a warehouse or a factory. So where I used to park all my equipment, I'm actually building a big warehouse there now. So we're doing some construction there. which is taking a lot of my time. But I've been speaking with a few people or a few companies on the side. So I've been trying to be in touch. I've been in touch with Are You OK? And the reason I got in touch with them is that I've noticed a lot of posts recently on Facebook and Insta about mental health. So I thought, you know what, let's do a podcast on mental health. So there will be one coming up shortly. And I've tried to get Are You OK? To come on and have a speaker come on and talk about mental health issues, how to fix them, how to identify someone that's got them, or yourself even. So I haven't heard back from them yet, but I am trying to get contact with them and get someone to come in and join me on the podcast about mental health. So if you guys think that's a good idea, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for the likes again. We've got some people here on YouTube as well. So let me tell you something. Hang on. Welcome to live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. Okay, so can you hear me on YouTube? Because this is the first time I've connected to YouTube as well. I can't see any comments coming through. I don't know how the YouTube one works. Is it the same as TikTok and that? It should be the same, hopefully. For the guys on the Insta, can you still hear me? Because I know it's coming in and out apparently. I don't know if my Wi-Fi is the best. Oh, here we go. Hear you loud and clear. Peter, thank you very much, Peter. That's good. So yeah, there we go. I've got all three things going at once. Yeah, so I've got YouTube here. We've got TikTok. We've got Insta. What else am I missing? I need to get some more phones. I'm running out of phones here. But I thought I'll spread it out so everyone's involved. So yeah, who thinks that doing a mental health podcast will be good? Because that's the next one I'm going to work on. If I can get Are You OK? A rep to come on and talk. Nick's good. Yeah, Nick. Oh, it looks like you've joined me on TikTok too. All right, yeah. So if you guys think I should do one on mental health and get someone from Are You OK? To come on, I'll definitely be doing that. Even if I can't get them on, I'll do one, because I've noticed a lot of posts, and when someone did post about mental health, a lot of people commented and got involved. So I think it will be a hot topic and something that I need to cover. So Truck and Earth is saying he can't hear anything on Insta. This is crazy. I've lost audio. 1 second, guys. Let me fix this. All right, Truck and Earth, can you hear me now? All right, Truck and Earth, just let me know if you can hear on Insta. Can anyone hear me on Instagram? Yeah, hopefully it works. If you can't hear me on Insta, you can go to YouTube, because they're saying they can hear me on YouTube clearly. I reckon it's his phone. I've got an old phone connected to the Insta one, and the phone must be just playing up, man. Oh, that's better. Yeah, I turned it on and off. Maybe it just turned itself off somehow. All right, so yeah, if you guys think I should do it, let me know. Thanks for joining, Aussie. We got Busy Breezy. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I will say a car for a edit. I don't know what that means. Say a car for an edit. Sorry, someone's telling me something, but I don't know what's going on. Yeah, so where was I? So I'm going to do a mental health podcast very shortly. I'm also going to do one that also prompted me to do one. I suppose I'm going to call it the WAGs episode. So wives and girlfriends, or partners. Nowadays I've got to be careful. Or partners of people with excavation businesses. And I was going to get my wife to come on and talk about what it's like being on the other side. So being the partner of someone that runs their own earthworks business. Because I'm sure a lot of us have partners or are married or girlfriends or whatever. And it'd be good to hear from someone what it's like for them. So if you guys think that's a good idea, let me know. Thanks for joining. Who we got here? Tanari Concrete Pumping, Truck and Earth Sales. Guys, if you're selling machinery, you got to go onto Truck and Earth Sales. Go download the app, Truck and Earth Sales, and you can list your machinery and equipment on there. So any trucks, any earth moving equipment, anything like that, any tools or whatever to do with earth moving, make sure you go to Truck and Sales. So we got to help him out. He's started a new app, Truck and Earth Sales. Make sure you go on there and list anything on there. At the moment, he's running it for free, so your listings are free at the moment. So make sure you go on if you've got something to sell, and I'm sure that's going to be a massive app. Let me have a quick drink. Hang on. If you want to know what it is, it's Jameson. Sorry, just hit the mic then. That is Jameson. It was on ice, but the ice has melted. And it was meant to be one shot, but it's probably a bit more. All right, so that's it. So yeah, there'll be a couple episodes coming out soon. One's going to be about mental health for the earthworks industry. The other one's going to be WAGs. So we're going to be talking to wives and girlfriends of guys or people with excavation businesses to see how they cope with their partner, which I think will be interesting to see because we all know how tough the industry is, and when we had a hard day at work, when you come home, a lot of our partners probably do hear and see what it's like for us to come home and we're wrecked for the day, and that'd be good to see what they say, how they feel. What else? So what else do you guys want to talk about? We spoke about the industry as where it's going. So it is very quiet. I think it was Echuca Civil mentioned, you know, it's not getting any better. It's still very, very slow. But I think if interest rates do come down, and it will start giving people confidence to start building again, and then we should start seeing it kick off slowly. But it won't be for a while, because even if interest rates do come down and builders start building, it's going to be a while before they get contracts, before they start releasing land again and start all that stuff. You know what I mean? So it's going to be by the end of the year maybe before we start seeing any improvement. So yeah, it's hard to say. We've got Luke Murray. Who else have we got? The heavy operator, guys, welcome. We've got Aiden, Dina, guys, welcome as well. Truck and Sales is still here. Who else is on here? Jay Shorty. We've got Peter on YouTube over here. So YouTube's been very, very quiet. Any topics that you want me to discuss today in YouTube? If there's something in particular, I was saying earlier to everyone, Earthworks Hub, I kicked it off last week, formally announcing and launching the Earthworks Hub business directory. So that's going to be like a link for everyone in the earthworks field. So if you need any like equipment, machinery, if you're looking to buy machinery, you can go to sales. It will have equipment and what did I say? Truck and machinery sales. Okay, one sec. We've got a couple of things going on here. So the heavy operator saying, as much as industry feels like it's going downhill, once your industry, I don't think that you'll ever leave. Yeah, I have to admit, it does feel like it's going downhill, but I've had that before. Like I've been in this for nearly 12 years now, and I've seen this before. We've seen little downturns. It's probably bigger than I've seen before, but there have been downturns. And it's a good industry. Once you get in it, you don't leave. That is very true, unless you've had something really, really bad happen. But usually once we're in, we stay. Why do you think that is though? The heavy operator, why do you think no one ever leaves? Is it the money? Is it the environment? Is it what is it, a range of things? Okay. So the heavy operator, guys, I'm just transferring information to all the other platforms. So heavy operator is saying that it's the biggest downhill or downturn at the moment because most companies are going to tier 1 work and leaving the rest. So the tier 2, 3 works, they're leaving all the tier 2 to 3 works behind, and there's no one to do the jobs. Yeah, well, look, I suppose what happens then is if a lot of companies are going doing tier 1 work, that means there should be room for other smaller companies to go in and start taking over the tier 2 or 3 works, because it leaves a bit of a gap there. So, and that's why a lot of companies are still working and haven't really felt the downturn. depending on how big you are as well. So if you're a large company and you've got a lot of employees, you have to keep pumping the work out. You have to keep everybody working. So I think it's companies that have got a lot of employees, a lot of overheads, that probably feel it the most, because they have to keep going. They can't sort of back off. They've got to keep everybody working all the time. And I think that's probably why a lot of people do feel it, and some people don't, because they're smaller. They just do their odd jobs, their occasional jobs, and they're happy to do that. They're not having to have work every day to keep their people going. Yeah, and it's true. The heavy operator is saying, because a lot of people are working in tier one jobs, it's making it hard for companies to hire people, because a lot of people come out of tier one and don't want to do the jobs that that the companies not in tier one are doing. Yeah. Yeah, very true. Very true, heavy operator. So yeah, and then that's what's happening. Yeah, so a lot of guys can't hire people because everyone wants to go and do tier one work and get paid really well. And then all the companies that are not doing tier one are struggling to hire employees, and then they can't do the jobs, they can't complete them, and then they're going under. So yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. That's right. Then they have machines standing around. So heavy operators saying, when when companies don't have enough people to put on, then they've got machines that are just standing around and costing them money, so they just start selling. And that's why I think Echuca Civil was saying there's a lot of machines up for sale at the moment, because a lot of companies are struggling to get operators. Yeah, and look, Mr. Galachi's joined us as well. Level Up Earth Moving, Amanda, thanks for joining. Mr. Bruno Galachi, thanks for joining. And I think, yeah, a lot of people are struggling at the moment. And like you said, heavy operator, if you've got a lot of machinery and you can't get operators, you're going to get forced to sell your machines. So you can't have machines sitting around and you've still got all this debt to pay and no work for it. It's just dead money. So you're going to have to eventually sell it. And I think you're right. That is why we're seeing a lot of machines up for sale. And then you are right. Yeah, the tier one jobs, everyone's going to those. All the operators that come off the tier one jobs don't want to work in the smaller on the other jobs. So then what happens is you don't have enough operators. You got guys that aren't doing tier one, or companies that aren't doing tier one work find it hard to get operators, sell their machines. So yeah, you're right. It's a circle effect. So thanks for joining as well. We've got Broden Webb, Level Up Earth Moving. Guys, thank you for joining. YouTube, very quiet. Only got a couple of viewers on YouTube. So the first time I've gone on to the YouTube live. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. So we got Nicola, he's saying the smaller jobs would be more secure because you'll have a longer employment span. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true. Who else have we got here? Dramana Equipment. Hello, thanks for joining. We've got a whole range of people on here. Does anybody else have anything else to add? So we're talking at the moment about the slowdown in work, what's happening, why we think it's happening, when will it improve. The heavy operator is saying, sorry guys, I'm reading at the same time, they would, but people are also needing to chase more money due to higher rates and longer works. Yeah. Be able to pay their machines off and pay their operators. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, people have to lift their rates to be able to pay the machines off. That's true. So we've got a question here from Broden Webb as well. What is the right age for a young person to start operating? That is a bloody good question, Broden. So what is the right age for a young person to start operating? What does everyone think? I can tell you now, I put my son, he's 14, I put him in the machines. Every now and then he'll get in, but not as often as I'd like to, I suppose. But I think a lot of young guys would like to get in there as early as possible. So I think the right age, I don't know, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Somebody younger would be better to start off at like 18, 19 and jump in the machine and start working. But a lot of times if you're on a farm or something, you might already be 12, 13, 14 and jumping on equipment on the farm and doing stuff. So it's hard to say. There's no right age, but the earlier the better. Even if they're not operating full time, somebody sitting in the machine every now and then would be, yeah, somebody sitting in the machine every now and then at a young age means that they'll get, by the time they get older, they'll already be better. You know what I mean? So Dramana Equipment, sorry, I've got questions coming out everywhere at the minute. So Dramana Equipment is saying builders can't get clients to sign on the dotted lines with interest rates where they are. That's true, man. That is true. So builders can't get clients to sign on the dotted lines with interest rates where they are. That's exactly what I was saying earlier. While interest rates are this high, people are reluctant to start building and doing things. Then you've got builders going down, so a lot of potential customers or clients are reluctant to sign contracts. So builders haven't got work, developers aren't selling blocks, and then it just starts a vicious circle. And there's no block selling, so there's no civil works companies doing any developments, and there's no subdivisions, and obviously then it just keeps going. So the heavy operator said of young. Oh, hang on, I've missed his comment. Let me go back. So answering the question about what is the best age, he just said here, where is he? By the time you're 21, 22, you will know a lot, which will be so much better. So of young people so many young people want to get in the industry, but they expect to get a straight in the machine. So he's saying is a lot of young people expect to jump into a machine straight away, whereas what they probably should do is start at the bottom sort of thing, like go in, become a labourer somewhere, just traffic controller even, or something. Just go in where you can't be in the machine straight away. Watch what they're doing, spot for them, be a spotter, work alongside an excavator, and then move up slowly. So I think that's what the heavy operator is saying. So yeah, young people can't expect to just jump straight into a machine and earn big bucks. You got to actually work your way up. So Broden, who asked the original question about the perfect age, we've got Rocco the Wog. Hi Rocco, thanks for joining, Rocco. Broden is saying, well, I'm 17 and I'm a full-time operator and I'm the youngest. There are lots of companies. I'm the youngest. There are lots of companies of C in machine as a full-time operator. Oh, so he's saying that he's a full-time operator at 17, I believe. That's really good, Broden. If you can be 17 and working for a company in a machine already full-time, that is fantastic. That's something that a lot of young guys would love to achieve. How did you do that? Can I ask you? Heavy operator saying it's a starting point. King Dizza, bro, thanks for joining. SCC Excavations, thanks as well. John, Abdullah, thanks guys. Thanks for everyone for joining. So Broden's saying that he's a 17-year-old working full-time in an excavator, and he's one of the youngest operators in the companies. So that's good. Good to see. That's good to see that you already know what you're doing at 17. You've already made a choice and you're going in that direction. And then from there, you've got plenty of choices, And then heavy operator saying is, and then once you get to know how to read plans and see how your foreman wants jobs done, you'll be able to read the site easily and know what to do next. Yeah, so what the heavy operator is saying is, the younger you start operating, the better. Then you start to learn how to read plan. Then understand what the site supervisor is expecting from you. So you can start doing something without thinking about it. Like you already know what he expects you to do next. So you're not just sitting around and waiting. I believe that's what the heavy operator is trying to say as well. So That's good. Anyway, Broden, that's really good. On-site diesel Queensland, welcome. For anyone that missed the beginning of this, I was talking about the Earthworks Hub website. It's fully operational. Make sure you list your businesses on there so that everyone can find you. If you haven't been on the website, please go on there. If you need any like machinery, if you need to like buy equipment, or if you want to sell equipment, or if you want to buy like crushed rock, or you want to buy materials, go on Earthworks Hub. At the moment, we started last week listing new businesses. So as that develops, you'll be able to go on there and find a lot more businesses. So it's increasing every day. There's new listings going on. So you'll find equipment. There's dry hire. If you're looking for employment agencies, if you're looking for plant and hire agencies, anything like that, quarries, if you're looking for concreters, graders, excavators, bobcats, track loaders, anything like that. If you're looking for piling companies, concrete plants, dirt rock civil, thanks for joining. Yeah, so if you're looking for anything in particular, go to earthworkshub.com.au. If it's not on there, I'm sure shortly there will be on there. So I'm talking and starting to advertise it a bit more. I'm ringing around, talking to different companies, trying to get them all to list on there so that we've got one central place. So this is going to be Australia's first Earthworks only, like yellow pages basically, yeah? So if you want something, you go on there and it'll be there. We've got Nick is asking, hey, would you add labour hire too? Yeah, labour hire is on there. Labour hire is on there. So if you go to Earthworks Hub, go to categories, I think it's under employment. So if you go to employment, that'll have labour hire companies on there as well. So I think at the moment there's no labour hire companies listed yet. So if you've got a labour hire company, list yourself on there and you'll be getting all the phone calls because we haven't got one yet. So you'll be the first one. But that's what I'm doing. I'm slowly reaching out to all the different companies in the different categories and trying to get them to list on there. So that way it's easier for us to just have a whole list of everyone in the industry. I'll tell you what, I'd love to have a cigar with this right now. Love to have a cigar, but I'm not allowed to smoke in the house. Which reminds me, I've ordered some new cigars coming soon, which will be good. Dirt Rock Civil, thanks for joining. I hope Instagram is not lagging. It was lagging a bit earlier. Earth Moving Equipment Services, thanks for joining as well. I'm hoping that I'm covering topics that everyone wants to talk about. If there's something you want to talk about or you want to bring it up now, and we'll keep talking about it. So far we've covered about the website. We've covered about all the people listing on there and stuff. So it is Australia-wide, make sure, because at the moment I'm getting a lot of Victorians listing, but it's not just for Victoria, it's all of Australia, yeah? So it's national. I was talking about creating a mental health podcast. So I noticed last week somebody on Facebook mentioned something about mental health and it went crazy. Like a lot of people commented on it. So obviously it's a hot topic. So I'm doing a podcast on that. If I can't get Are You OK to join me, or a rep from them to join me, which would be good because I've actually listed them on the website as a link. So I don't know if you guys have been on there, but if you go onto the Earthworks Hub website and scroll down, you'll see a bunch of useful links. So I've put on there the National Heavy Vehicle Register, Safe Work Australia, Are You OK, and Dial Before You Dig. So I've put all the ones that we need to use regularly. I've put like links on there. So I've put Are You OK on there. So I will be doing a mental health podcast shortly, and I'm going to do one which I'll probably call like the WAGs and partners. So wives and girlfriends and partners of guys with Earthworks companies, or so that we can see what our partners go through. And not just us, because we often talk about ourselves, but what about our partners? What do they actually go through? What do they experience? But yeah, labour hire is definitely, Nick, labour hire is definitely one of the categories on there. Cam, thanks for joining. Who else have we got on here? On-site diesel Queensland, King Dizza, Broden, hopefully we answered your question there. Well done for being a young operator. Mr. Galachi, are you still around? He's gone. Truck and earth sales. Definitely make sure if you're selling any equipment or any earth moving tools, attachments, make sure you put them up on truck and earth sales. New app that's come out. I'm talking to a few tip sites this week, so I'm trying to get tip sites to list on my website as well. CJF Plan Hire, welcome. I'm trying to get a lot of tip sites to list on the website, so that way you can find a lot of tip sites easier. That'll be the next big thing. Where we go here? Mambrimundi, thanks for joining. Hope I'm saying those names correctly. Yeah, what else, guys? What else is happening? We were talking about last week, is it better to be on hourly hire or to do quoted work? And I think a lot of people said hourly hire is probably a bit more secure. You know you're going to get paid for the hours that you're there. If something doesn't go to plan, you're on an hourly rate, you're still going to get paid. But then you're only restricted to getting paid for the hours that you're there. Whereas if you're quoting a job, if you can smash the job out, you can do it quicker, finish the job, you might make a bit of extra money on things. However, it's also risky because if you come across something that you haven't planned for, and you haven't allowed for something, you don't get paid for it, you know what I mean? So you lose a lot of money. So that was what we spoke about last week. If anyone wants to add anything to that. Kaza, thanks for joining. Guys on Insta, hopefully it's still going. Who have we got here? We've got people on YouTube as well. I see a lot of people joining and leaving and joining, so maybe it's playing up, I'm not sure. What have we got here? We've got Mick Cruisers, 47, Dirt Rock Civil. Oh, that whiskey's going down. Irish whiskey, Jameson. Irish whiskey, very nice. Does anyone else drink Jameson? I don't mind the old Jameson. Taste a little bit of that oak taste. New Zealand Digger, thanks for joining. What else? What else are we going to talk about today? So future podcasts. Is there any podcast that you guys want me to talk about? Is there a topic that you want me to cover? So I've spoken to finance guys. I've spoken to machine control guys. I've actually got a couple of potential other machine control companies coming on as well. So we'll keep your eyes peeled for that. I recently sat in a 13-ton Komatsu, so I'm going to do a bit of a review on that. I sat in another 5.5 tonner. This time it was a Yanmar, so I'm doing a review on that one shortly. So we've got New Zealand digger operator. So thinking of getting a Kenworth K104 tipper and selling an 8-wheeler Isuzu. So I'm just guessing New Zealand digger. Thanks for joining, man. I'm guessing you're in New Zealand then. A Kenworth K104 tipper. Yeah, look, the 8-wheeler Isuzu, is that also a tip truck, or is that I'm going to ask a silly question here. Is that also a tip truck? Is in New Zealand? Yeah, well, that's good, man. Yeah, your 8-wheeler, is that also a tipper, and you're just going to a Kenworth regular tip truck, or? Oh, yes, that's also a tipper. Is there any reason that you want to go to just a regular, like a bogey Kenworth? Is there more work for it, or do you get paid better for that? Or is it that you're not getting paid enough for the 8-wheeler? Could that be what you're saying? I think what I find with the 8-wheeler tippers is that a lot of times they get paid the same as a regular tipper. That's probably one of the reasons you're considering swapping to just a regular tipper. Is that right? Dirt Pirate, hello, welcome. So New Zealand Digger, Dirt Pirate, thanks for joining, man. New Zealand Digger saying, more work for a regular tipper, he's saying. So there's a lot more work for a regular tipper, and the self-employed just wanting to upgrade. Okay, yeah. Hey, thanks for joining Dirt Pirate. Hope you're enjoying all the content. Um, we've been talking about a few different things here today. So one was we were talking about the Earthworks Hub website, how I'm trying to make a directory or a yellow pages for all the earthworks industry so that we can all find each other. So if we need machines, if you want to sell stuff, you want to buy machines, you can find all the people that are selling them. If you're looking for an employment agency or a concreter or something, it'll be all on that one directory. So I'm trying to make like a huge yellow pages basically for just the earthworks field. And then on top of that, I've added all the links to all my podcasts where I'm trying to help everyone by feeding the information about how things work and, how to get finance, how machine control works, all that stuff, so people can hear from different people in the industry. So New Zealand Digger's talking about getting a regular Kenworth tip truck instead of the 8-wheeler, because he's saying that, he feels like he'll get a lot more work for the regular tipper. And I think you're probably right. I know a lot of times the 8-wheelers end up doing like tandem work and probably getting paid tandem rates, which is probably what you're experiencing. So, and then being so big, it's probably hard to get into little tight access jobs, whereas a regular tipper can probably get in there. So, look, it's hard to say yes or no, but I don't know. See how you go, man. Dirt Pirate is saying you're doing good work, doing good things for the industry, mate. Keep it up. Legend, man, legend. Dirt Pirate, guys, this guy is a legend. If go onto him, he's on TikTok a lot. If you want to see some good content, go and look at the Dirt Pirate. Absolute legend. Thank you very much, man, for the feedback. I'm getting a lot of good feedback from people, man. So I'm really trying to help everyone in the industry, trying to keep everyone informed on what's going on how things work, and because I know a lot of times we feel like we're alone, we're stuck. So hopefully I'm trying to like just be really informative and open the gates of information, if that makes sense. So New Zealand Digger, going back to the truck. Yeah, so and you've got a rock bin on both. Yeah, that's good, man. I think it's wise to have a rock bin on your truck because then you can do rock work as well as soil and stuff. Whereas if you've just got the aluminium bodies, then you're sort of stuck with just dirt or crushed rock and that, you know what I mean? So it's probably wise to have a rock bin. However, it does add weight, so if you ever want to do quarry work, it sort of takes you out of it. But with a tip truck, instead of an 8-wheeler, if you just got a regular tip truck, you're probably better off with a bin, rock bin. Kings of Excavation, that's a good name, I like that. Welcome. We got Mick Cruiser, CJF Plant Hire. So I've got Insta on one phone, TikTok on another, YouTube on another one. So I've got phones everywhere, microphones everywhere, trying to cover every base all at once. So I'm sorry if I'm skipping between different phones, but I'm trying to, keep everybody happy. Lee, thanks for joining. Who's this? Bear K, Mick Cruisers, thanks for joining. We've got Chevy here. Who have we got? We've got Peter on YouTube here. Thanks for joining. So yeah, if you guys want me to cover certain topics, let me know. If you've got ideas for the next podcasts. If you want me to do reviews on something. So I've been doing some reviews for McNaught recently on their retractor reels. I believe they're going to be giving me some grease guns to look at shortly. I've got... What else have we got? Did some reviews on the Komatsu PC55 recently. Compared that to my Kubota U55. I just used another Yanmar 5.5 tonner on the weekends or during the week, so I can give you a bit of a review on that. Look out for those videos. I've started my warehouse, so we're starting to build on that. Done all the footings this week. Next week we're pouring a slab there. So I've got some awesome footage of us cutting out or digging out the footings and doing a site cut there. That will be coming out this week. What else is there? New Zealand Digger, here we go. He's asking, what's your opinion on the ASV VT70 or the ASV VT60? We have currently a PT50. Is that right? Yeah. And we demoed a job on the 21st. Okay, so my opinion, so the VT70, I had the opportunity to sit in one. If you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see I actually sat in the VT70 and did a little bit of a test in it. I found it really good. So it was very similar, the VT70 was very similar to a PT60. So I had a PT60 in the past, but inside just felt bigger. So the cabin felt bigger. I had the glass obviously all the way so that I could see down. Had no mesh on the side, so it wasn't covering any of my view. I reckon the VT70 is an awesome machine. The VT60, I haven't sat in one, but I assume it would be very similar. The VT70 had a massive lift radius. It also had, I did test to see whether it was stable. So I put the bucket up in the air and sort of went backwards and forwards to see how stable it is. Because compared to my Cat, and sorry Melbourne Tractors, I have to say the Cat is very stable. And I had a Kubota SVL75. The Kubota was very stable. When I used to put the arm up in the air, or the bucket in the air and like move, I did feel the VT70 and the PT60 and that were very, very like rocky. So I know a couple of times in my PT60, I lifted a bucket full of crushed rock and then fell forward and then dropped all the bucket of crushed rock out. So I don't know if the 70 or the 60 will do that, the VTs. But because I didn't operate them with full buckets. But even with the empty bucket, I did feel that once I raised the bucket all the way up, it did feel a little bit rocky. So just that's one thing I'd be careful. But if you've already got a PT50, the VT70 will feel a lot better and stronger. So the motor will be a lot more powered. So Grandpa, how you going, man? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, the PT50 compared to the VT70 or VT60, you will feel a huge amount of power difference, and inside will be a lot better, a lot more comfortable as well. So I think if you've already got a PT50, stick with that style and go for the VT70 or VT60. The VT70 probably is, even though it sounds like it'll be heavy, it's only 3.7 ton or something. So I reckon you'd be well off with it. Grandpa, hope you're having a good day. Yes, I am having a good day, Grandpa. Thank you. I'm having my Jameson Irish whiskey here. Went to the beach today, 40 degrees in Melbourne. Absolutely roasting at the moment in this room. The aircon not working the best. I'm just looking if it's actually still on. Hope you're having a good day too, Grandpa. What else? It's gone very quiet on Insta. YouTube still only got a couple of people in there, very quiet. But yeah, hopefully I've answered your question. How heavy is the VT60? I think the VT60 is actually a lot more like a PT50, so I think it's a lot less. Someone asked me this question once because they wanted to keep putting their PosiTrack on a trailer. And they didn't want to get the VT70 because it was going to be a bit too heavy. So I think the VT60 is a lot lighter. It's probably more, yeah, because the PT50 is like 2 point something ton, isn't it? From memory. So I think the PT50 was a lot lighter, which is why a lot of people went for that machine. If you're going to try and keep the same weight category, then probably you probably will have to go for the VT60. I don't know the exact weights, but yeah, 2.5, that's right. Yeah, so then I think the V60 is probably the closest to the PT50. I know the VT70 is about 3.6 ton or something. Nash, welcome as well. Lee, thanks. Lee Willow, Willow, however you want to say that. Guys, who else is on here? We got Pete Dean. Thanks for joining, Pete. What else, guys? So that's good. New Zealand Digger. Yeah, it looks like so are you using your tandem or your truck to carry your PT50 or a trailer? If you're using your tandem, I suppose it doesn't matter. That you can go to any size PosiTrack. But if you are using a specific trailer, then you probably have to have a certain weight. You know what I mean? Because in the tandem, you can just put it in there straight away. Who else is on here? I just realised the time. It's 7:56, so I've got another 5 minutes, guys, basically. Jace, thanks for joining. I've got another 5 minutes here. For anyone that's just joined, make sure you are going to my YouTube channel. I need to increase my followers on YouTube, my subscribers. I need to get to 500 before they let me get to the next stage. So guys, please go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. I need as many as I can so I can get to the next stage, and then it lets me open up other categories. So make sure you go there, subscribe to Earthworks Hub, and make sure you're watching a lot of the videos on there. Tell me if there's any content you want me to keep creating, like certain things. I'm trying to do a range of like product reviews, how to operate tips, tips on how to operate. I'm trying to do like projects that we're going to. I've tried to go to like different customers' work sites. Even I've tried to go to like foresight training. Hopefully you guys have seen that. We've had like, I want to go and do walkthroughs in the background, you know what I mean, of places. So make sure you go to Earthworks Hub on YouTube, subscribe, watch all the videos on there, because the more you guys do that, the more it shows me that it's giving some sort of value. I'll keep doing it, you know what I mean. Dennis, thanks for joining. Guys, I have another 3 minutes left. Any more last minute questions you want me to cover? Any topics? Any feedback on what's been happening? Hopefully we answered all your questions. We had a 17-year-old earth excavator operator here before. Well done for starting so early. I wish you all the best with that. We had someone talking about the industry as a whole, how it's going at the moment. It's very slow. We spoke about how it's going to hopefully improve once interest rates start coming down and confidence builds up again. People will start building and the circle will start. What else did we cover? New Zealand diggers talking about changing to a tandem, a regular tandem instead of the 8-wheeler. What else was there? We've been talking about a few topics here, but yeah, we've got another couple of minutes left and then I'm going to have to leave. Bean Digging, thanks for joining. Yeah, if you didn't hear what we're talking about, please make sure you go to my YouTube channel. I hope you're enjoying all the content, guys. Make sure you subscribe. I need to get 500 subscribers, so I need a few more. Thanks for the likes. Thank you very much, man. Yeah, I need to get a few more subscribers to reach 500, and then that opens up the next level for me, so I can do a lot more with YouTube. So make sure you go to YouTube, subscribe, watch everything. Make sure you join me next week as well. So every Sunday I'm doing a live session like this. Keep any questions that you want to ask for next week if you didn't answer this, if you didn't get a chance. I'll give you an update on my project. So we're working on a warehouse at the moment, building a commercial building. What else is there? That's basically it. It's very hot, man. I will head over there, mate. Where are you going? To Melbourne? Been digging? Very hot in Melbourne at the moment. Over to the... sorry, you mean over to YouTube. Sorry, man. I'm... maybe the scotch is getting to me. Look, it's empty. Yeah, no, definitely head over there, Been Digging. Please, yeah, go to YouTube. Make sure you all subscribe, because the more the merrier, man. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Been Digging. Yeah, I think I've got to relax on the scotches. 40 degrees, scotch, straight to the head. No good. The Jameson's gone. Nice drop, the old Jameson. Yeah, you can have Melbourne. Yeah, thanks, man. Hey, today though, it's 40 degrees, man. We went to the beach. It was crazy. We've got Dan Lee in Geelong. Thanks for joining as well. Yeah, no, definitely very hot today, man. 40 degrees. I don't know what it's like around the rest of Australia, but today it was just a killer here. Even the beach. Luckily, the sun, we had some cloud covering a bit of the sun, which was good. Otherwise, we would have been dying. But it's still very hot here. Still very warm, man. Manic Mechanic. Oh, man, everyone's joining now. I was just about to leave and everyone's joining. I'll stay on for another 5 minutes then, just while I've got everybody on here. Manic Mechanic. Who else is here? Petrol Tools. Danley Geelong. Yeah, guys, thanks for joining as well. Yeah, I was just saying, everyone... Manic Mechanic. Make sure you go to YouTube, guys. I need more subscribers on YouTube, because it opens up another category for me once I get to 500. So I'm not far off. I need a few more, so keep going. Go over there, subscribe, give me a bit of a boost. Go to Earthworks Hub website, list your businesses on there, because everyone's starting to go on and look for your businesses. So if you haven't listed your business on there, go on there now and start listing. There's a lot of interest. We launched it on last Sunday, whatever it was, and this week there's already been listings like every day going on there. So it's basically Manic Mechanic. Well done, man. There is a mechanic section. I'm assuming you're a mechanic here, but there is a diesel mechanic section. If you also do tools and stuff, you can also add that in there. If there's a category that you can't find to suit your business, let me know, man, because I can add more categories. So yeah, definitely let me know. Go in and list. There's different options, and if you do list, let me know if you're starting to get inquiries in that, because I'd love to know how it's all working, you know. But I have heard from a couple of guys, there's been a few landscapers on there, they reckon they're starting to get calls. So it's not just to get business from the public, it's more like business to business. So it's more like all of us in the industry helping each other. So if you need a mechanic, you can go on there and go, you know, category Victoria, region Victoria, category mechanic, search, and then it will give you all the mechanics in Victoria, you know what I mean? If you're in New South Wales, click on New South Wales. If you want a concreter, click on category concreter, and it'll give you all the concreters there. So that's what we're trying to achieve, so that we can help each other. If you want a tip site and you think, oh man, I need to get some crushed rock, you can go to supplies, quarry materials, and then they'll give you all the quarries there. So that's the whole point of Eagle One Industries, Earthworks Hub. Definitely the Scotch has got to me. That's what Earthworks Hub is about. So make sure you go on, list your businesses. If you need to get someone for a job, like an excavator or something, also go on Earthworks Hub. Let's use each other. Let's help each other, man. So go on there. If you need a machine, type in what you need. So go to category, excavator, click on what state you're in, and then it'll give you a list of all the people with machines in there. So let's help each other out, use each other's businesses, and that's how we will all benefit from it. Go to YouTube, subscribe, keep following me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that stuff. Guys, I need to go. It's already been over an hour, but I hope you're enjoying the content. Thanks for all the positive feedback. Look out for the new podcasts coming out, and I will speak to everyone, if not during the week. I will speak to you all again next Sunday. Thank you very much for joining, and I will see you all then. Take care, guys. All the best. Bye-bye. Have a good night. Been digging. Guys, see you next time. And thanks for joining on here as well, everyone.